Alright, howdy. I'm going to do a little demo today of a compressor pedal that I got in. This is a Keeley Compressor Plus, and I've been told that it's a takeoff of a Ross compressor, and that if you just use these top two controls here, basically the sustain and level, you've pretty much got a Ross gray compressor. But the specs on this say that it's a JFET. And the Ross is an OTA, so I don't know exactly how faithful to the Ross it is. It also has this blend control here, which lets you feed in dry signal versus compressed signal, which I don't find that useful because generally I'm either trying to compress or I'm not. And then it does have a tone control, which is nice because when you compress a lot, like when I've got this sustain all the way up, it tends to cut the highs down. So I'm playing today through a Fender Supersonic Twin, which if you don't know about it, it's part of their professional series. And it's basically meant to be like a supersonic on one channel, which is a high gain amp. And on the other channel, it switches between Blackface Twin, the normal channel, and a what they call a 59 basement. Now I'm going with the clean side of it, so I've got it set to the twin reverb sound, and I'm playing it through it with a custom Tele, which is a swamp ash body, maple Mighty Mite neck and fretboard, vintage frets, and the pickups are a DiMarzio Twang King bridge and a GFS wide body neck, and I have a Wilkinson steel bridge with brass barrel compensated saddles. So here is the sound of the guitar clean by itself. If I switch the compressor on, you can hear already, I've got the level set about halfway, and you can hear there's already a pretty big boost in the gain and a pretty noticeable lack of attack. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the phone, but the chords when you hit them, to me the effect is the most noticeable with the chords, and when you hit them, they have very little attack and then they actually seem to swell up. So I'm not a country player, so I'm just kind of trying to play country-ish sounding blues. Now down at the lower end of the effect, it just seems to kind of lower the attack a little bit on the chord, on the percussive part of the chord. And you can hear a difference in the single note stuff. So there's that. If I turn it up about halfway, you hear more of an effect to it. And if I turn so the sustain needs a little bit of explanation. I'm used to studio compressors, and this effectively is a combination of the attack and the ratio, and the release, all in one pedal. So you get basically on the counterclockwise side, you have a very slow attack in terms of how it grabs the notes. So it doesn't grab them right away. And a quick release with a low ratio. The more you turn this up, and you hear the volume gets quite a bit louder too, what you're getting is a very fast attack and a slow release, and quite a bit of output gain added to it. So. That plunkiness that's you know, you hear all the time with a compressed Tele or a Strat in country music. So far I'm just playing on the bridge pickup, and you can hear really that there's a pretty big decrease in the highs. Now if I take the blend now and turn it down about halfway, so that I'm getting about supposedly half dry signal and half compressed signal, it's still a pretty noticeable effect. If I turn this back to half, and then here's what happens if I roll the tone back. So the tone is not a huge effect. Like I said, I tend to like compressed if I'm going for compressed. So I'll turn this up about 3/4 of the way, blend all the way to compressed, tone up, and then the level. Turn the output up some. There, not a whole lot of attack on it. If I blend out the effect some more, kind of about third. If I turn the gain up, then it really puts some punch on the single note stuff, especially. Also, the tone control seems to get more effective the higher the gain is set. But no matter what you do, the higher you turn up the level, the brighter the sound gets. Now I'm going to switch to the middle just for a second to get some different tones. At least I can, kind of blooming and rising up. If I'll turn the compressor all the way up, the compression, and level down a little bit. Back to the bridge. more dynamic of the kind of the initial percussive part of it, and then you know, less bloom at the end. Now it's also got this single coil humbucker switch, and I'm playing a single coil guitar, so I don't know how much difference you'll be able to hear on it. Definitely there's more gain and kind of less squishing on the humbucker side. It seems like it's meant to kind of make up for the fact that humbuckers get squished quicker with compressors than single coils do. But I hope that gives you kind of a general idea, and there you go. Thanks.